Whether you are a window fan or prefer the aisle seat like me, your seating preference can make or break your flying experience. And as much as we all prefer extreme comfort of business or first class when we travel, picking the perfect seat when booked in economy is extremely important, especially if you do not want to be stuck in the dreaded middle seat. Before we continue, if you're new here, welcome. I am your wellness and lifestyle travel expert at Thia's Travel Services. My name is Thia, but everyone calls me Thia, and so can you. Have you considered subscribing? If you have not already done so, please do. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our weekly travel tips or recommendations. Like, share, and subscribe. Today we will be talking about 7 tips for picking the perfect airline seat to make sure you sit exactly where you want when you're flying. Decide where you want to sit. The decision of where you want to sit isn't always an exact science. You could be a die-hard window seat person, or maybe you really only like to have the window on a red-eye flight when you prefer to sleep and otherwise prefer the aisle. Flying a route that you know has turbulence, maybe you did prefer to sit over the wing. Or if you have a short layover, you may want to sit closer to the front to deplane first. And if you're traveling with a group, you'll have to consider not only your needs but also the preferences of your family members or friends too. Travelers with young children prefer sitting in the back. So that way, their young children are close to the bathrooms and flight attendants. Plus, if the kids have a meltdown, which they always do, they will be less likely to bother other passengers. With babies may want to sit in the bulkhead where bassinets are available. You see, I personally love the aisle seats, especially since I travel often and alone. I also like to stand up and walk around, and even more so on long haul flights. Whatever your preferences are, decide where your dream seat is for your particular flight. Take into account the aircraft type, route, class of travel, the time, and the length of flight, travel companions, and any other personal factors that could affect your seating. Number 2, use SeatGuru. SeatGuru allows you to view the seat map, read reviews for the seats. All you have to do is just enter the airline date and flight number, and a color-coded map of the aircraft will appear. The SeatGuru can help you determine exactly where on the plane you would like to sit in order to be near either the bathrooms or the exit row. And also just to know if paying that extra for the exit row is worth the while. And by selecting a seat without a window or with limited recline, we're hoping that somehow in the future it can tell us where babies are seated too, like the Japan Airline seat selection map. Basically, the colors on SeatGuru indicate which seats have mixed good or bad reviews. You will also find other important factors that can impact your experience in that particular seat, like extra or reduced leg room or recline, exit row seating, proximity to galleys, and even more. You can also determine the seat's pitch or width, and if there are in-flight entertainment screens and outlets to charge your electronic devices. The seat map shows the location of the bathrooms, the galleys, and windows, and also allows travelers to upload their seats. Number 3, leverage status or credit cards for free seat selections. Once you've decided on your personal preference and checked out SeatGuru to get an idea of what you have to work with, see if you can select your seat for free. Take inventory of what elite status you have and see if any of your co-branded airline credit cards offer priority boarding that can help you access unassigned seating faster. Number 4, decide if you should pay for your seats. Some airlines allow you to choose a seat for free, while others require a fee. Start by managing your booking online. The airline should specify if seat selection is free and which seats are still available. If seats aren't free, fees should be listed and may vary depending on the seat. Seat selection fees can run from $2 per seat on short haul flights to over $100 for preferred or premium seats on international routes with major carriers. Bearing in mind that sitting on many partner airlines or international routes may vary regardless of your elite status. And if you aren't able to select a seat online or you see a very hefty fee, it never hurts to call and ask the airline, believe me. Depending on the answers to your questions and the price quoted to pick your specific seat, you may choose to pay extra for your preferred seat. It's always worth phoning ahead to find out what the airline representatives can do for you, especially if you have any extenuating circumstances. They may consider your personal situation. For instance, maybe a broken ankle, traveling with elderly family members, and they might just as well assign a seat without charging a fee. Number 5, be friendly at check-in. If you've decided not to pay extra to reserve a seat, or you've simply forgotten to do so online, being friendly to the check-in agent may help. Try approaching the agent with a smile and kindly make your request. It may just be granted. Number 6, book with an airline that blocks middle seats. Let's face it, most of us are looking to book either aisle or window seats. A great way to ensure the likelihood of this happening is to book with an airline that is blocking middle seats. This practice is now common among domestic carriers since the pandemic. Number 7, if all prior tips fail, ask on the plane. If chances of sitting next to your travel companions or getting the seats you want fails, it might be worth a try asking other passengers or the flight attendants if a swap is possible. While few people will give up their window seat, for your lowly middle seats, there may be other circumstances where passengers may not mind swapping with you, especially if the flight isn't full. Remember, the nicer you are, the better your chances are of getting what you want. And on the other hand, spend hours researching and selecting your perfect plane seats, and maybe spend over 50 minutes waiting to speak to a representative to get your seat swapped, and another passenger asks you to move, you can always politely decline. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, comment, and share. Thank you for watching. For now, take care of yourself. And how is your soul doing?